So my first surgery was scheduled for August 22nd, 2017. And it was described to me that what Chiari malformation does is you can't really remove that portion of your brain. You just have to give it more room so that the spinal fluid is able to flow around the tonsils of the brain, reestablishing the flow of spinal fluid. So he was hoping that he would only have to remove a small portion of my skull, and then he would check to see if the flow was reestablished, and then if it wasn't, he would go into the dura, it's called, which is the tiny tissue of skin that's covering where the brain is kept. And then you'd have to open that up if it didn't work, and then put a dura patch, which is a little piece of bone, which could be used from your hip or your thigh bone, to create sort of a pocket to kind of allow more room for the spinal fluid to flow. So that was the option, 1 or 2. Symptom-wise, he did discuss that I have so much swelling in my spinal cord that the nerve pain might never resolve. It might take up to 2 years to start to resolve, and that's if the surgery was successful. So at that point, my hand had been numb for so many months. I was not very optimistic that my feeling in my hand would return. I was hoping it would improve at that point. I also hoped that it would help prevent further symptoms from occurring. So that's the mindset I had. I wanted to prevent further numbness. I wanted to maybe get some of my feeling back in my right hand. And that's where I kind of left my mindset for then. And headaches, I mean, I've had them my whole life, so that to me was a secondary issue, that if the headaches go away, I mean, great, you know, I'd feel better probably, but at this point I've been living with them for so long, that's not my main concern. Like, I can live with the headaches. Like, they're kind of draining, and yes, you don't like to have a headache all the time, but yet that was me. So the surgery was scheduled quite quickly because I wanted to try to reestablish the flow as quick as possible to help hopefully prevent further nerve damage. So told everybody surgery was scheduled. Very nervous, you know, I've never had a major surgery, and my first surgery is a brain surgery. So yeah, I was pretty much freaking out, thinking I was gonna die. Did my power of attorney of healthcare, got all my ducks in a row, kissed my kids. At the time they were pretty young. And diagnosis, my daughter was 4 and my son was 2. I'm gonna end that one there. The day up to surgery was nerve-wracking, to say the least. We drove to Madison. I live outside of Madison, about an hour. So we drove with our children and my husband. My sister-in-law Marissa was taking the kids, and she took them to a lot of fun places, so they remember this day as very exciting. They got to go to Hertz Donuts, which is a donut place, holy bugs, a donut place in Madison. And so I kissed them goodbye. I cried a little bit for that because, you know, facing surgery, you never know how you're gonna come out. So everything went well. Everything has all fell into place with surgery. IV went in good. They explained everything. They were gonna have to put, you know, the halo, the pins in my head, and have me sort of supine or on my belly. And I was hoping for the best. My husband was there and gave me some really good drugs and wheeled me back, and I was pretty calm once I got in there, because once you get into pre-op then it's done. Like, you're doing this and there's no going back. So you kind of get more calm. And so I had to wait to see how surgery was gonna come out. Mosquitoes are really bad and Mom does not want to be outside anymore. So I made it. I was wheeled into the neuro ICU, is where they keep fellow Chiarians after surgery because they have to monitor a lot of neurological stuff. And I did great. I did really good during the surgery. Everything went smooth. I only stayed about 24 hours. The only thing that set me back was I get deathly ill with narcotics, which I found out. So I was very nauseous. So I tried to keep it in, and I did still get home because I kind of held that in. But narcotics and me, they put me on oxycodone, I think. Did not do well, but I kept taking it at home because it was painful, and they really tried just to do it with Tylenol and ibuprofen, but I had to do the oxycodone for a couple days, so I was very nauseous and I didn't eat a whole lot, and it was just not fun. But I recovered and I got back to work in 6 weeks for the first surgery.